In 2017, Desiree Gibbon was taken and murdered along a roadway in Jamaica. Her case remains unsolved. Haven't seen any updates on this case online in a while, and this young woman was such a bright shining light in the short years she got to live that it bothered me her case wasn't updated on here. Desiree Gibbon was a 26-year-old biracial aspiring model residing in Queens, New York. In October 2017 she arrived in Jamaica to travel around on a 3-month visa with a friend. She had planned to return home in time for Thanksgiving. Gibbon, who grew up in Hollis, had been scouting potential musicians for a friend's record label while in Jamaica. She was also hoping to make some of the $14,000 she needed to pay for international film school in Europe. The charismatic actress and model's dreams ended violently, leaving behind a grim mystery for authorities to solve and a killer who is still on the loose. On November 25, 2017, she was found dead along the roadway in Anchovy in the parish of St. James at around 9:15 a.m. Local time. Her body was found along a rarely traveled road leading to a vacant home. Her throat had been slashed. She died just 4 days before her scheduled return to Queens. Prior to her death, Gibbon had attended Frank Sinatra School of the Arts High School in Astoria for a year before graduating from Benjamin N. Cardozo High School in Bayside. Gibbon also competed in pageants and modeled and acted from the time she was a baby. Jamaica police suspect Gibbon knew her killer. Detectives said they were looking for a man known as Rasta and told the parents they believed Gibbon trusted the wrong people. Jamaica Constabulary Force Superintendent Michael Phipps said investigators believed Desiree partied with this mysterious acquaintance the night before she was found on the side of the road with her throat slit. Gibbon was staying at a hotel that her grandmother owns in the tourist destination of Montego Bay. Police believe she hit several bars in Montego Bay before her body was discovered on November 25. She was fully clothed, but her cell phone and one sandal were missing. She had multiple bruises on her hands and thighs and upper and lower torsos. Gibbon's boyfriend, Phil Rodriguez, explained that she had complained about having problems with some new friends she met during her trip. Some friends were responsible, law-abiding citizens with jobs, but she also made friends with what she called poor girls from the other side of town, Rodriguez said. The mystery deepened when Gibbon's mom Andrea received a fraud alert when she tried to make a purchase on her Citibank card. The card was linked to the victim's phone, and bank officials told Andrea that someone had tried to make a wire transfer. Claude Gibbon, Desiree's uncle, said he grew concerned when Desiree hadn't returned home on time. His worst fears were realized when detectives showed up at his place with a photo of his slain niece in one of her sandals. She was a lovely young lady. Very polite, very friendly person, said Claude Gibbon, 51. She was a lovely young lady. Very polite, very friendly person. But according to Desiree's mother in a recent interview, she and her husband originally suspected Claude of the murder. Claude and Desiree had been getting into arguments, with Claude becoming rapidly controlling of Desiree during her vacation. Desiree phoned her mother about a conversation she overheard between her grandmother and uncle that ended in her uncle screaming, "Just give the resort to Desiree then." Desiree suspected her uncle's animosity stemmed from an incorrect assumption she wanted to inherit her grandmother's resort. Unfortunately, Desiree was one of over 12 people murdered over that weekend in St. James Parish, a county with a population of about 184,000. Between January and June 10, 2017, 639 people were murdered in Jamaica, an average of 4 murders a day, police data revealed. This reportedly represents a 19% rise from the previous year, when the murder rate reached around 50 per 100,000, according to preliminary calculations by Inside Crime. There are so many variants in this case that it's not hard to tell why it hasn't been solved. Do you think that Desiree was met with misfortune by someone who targeted her at one of the bars or nightclubs? Or do you think that the coincidence of her arguing with her uncle consistently before her death is a little too convenient?